Oh, we're going to see Palutena and Lucina.
Palutena. Whoa.
Palutena is one of those characters that got super buffed going into Ultimate. Her down B is now basically whatever she needs. We're not going to say the Reflector in this matchup, but the down B counter is actually good now. Her side B as well was one of her custom moves in Smash 4, Explosive Flame, and it's really good for gimping. At least there it is.
Palutena really benefiting from the movement speed most of those characters got.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cilvanis playing very aggressive.
Her F smash, I don't know the frame date on it, but it definitely, all of her smash attacks come out faster. Her aerials are amazing now. She benefited a lot from everything getting landing lag shaved off of it.
Unfortunately, Palutena saw an increase not just in her movement speed, but also her frame data of her attacks coming out. She's one of the few characters who her frame data is actually available on Kuragane Hammer. Right now, Cilvanis doing a fantastic job of just maintaining stage control. This is a very aggressive Palutena, and it's working out in his favor.
Fantastic. This is a great character to watch. She's so much fun.
We're seeing Cilvanis do a lot of back airs. Back air is a move that has some partial
parry.
potential. That's a great parry right there. The dash attack and back air for Palutena have invincibility frames, actually, so those are options that you shouldn't challenge in certain situations.
Yeah, you cannot hit the shield. You will bounce right off.
Exactly. We're seeing Eddie.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
That was destruction.
Yeah, I'm left speechless after
That
that.
was murder.
I didn't even see one of those stocks get taken. That match was over so quickly.
I saw all of them, and they were all murder. Eddie has a family.
All right, well,
Mike.
That was swift. I know we talked about speed buffs, but I wasn't talking about the rounds themselves.
Oh, I can't wait to see what adjustments Eddie makes, because that was a very one-sided battle.
Yeah, I almost want to see him pick a different character. Just because Lucina didn't do much of anything.
And so,
it looks like he's thinking about it too.
Cilvanis unsurprisingly sticking with Palutena,
Yeah.
but Eddie G's opting for a character change. Let's see what he picks. This is a very aggressive Palutena.
Yeah.
So, curious to see what character he picks. And Cilvanis is ready to go.
Eddie G hovering Pac-Man. Thinking about Little Mac, maybe? Daisy. Okay.
Daisy.
I'm a Peach main myself. So this will be fun to see.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, there are no battle differences between Daisy and Peach, right?
They are exactly the same. The only difference is their models and their taunts.
Interesting.
Peach is a character in these games. I've seen her called the Queen of Neutral. Her short hop aerials, she loves that mechanic in this game.
These players are playing very aggressively. Both characters do have some zoning options, but they're opting to just get right into it. It's a very exciting match.
We see. Okay, gets back to stage.
Ooh, that was almost a punish.
Daisy already turning out a lot better than Lucina did in that last
Absolutely.
match.
I think it was a good idea for the character switch right now. Eddie is at a pretty comfortable lead at the moment.
Nice up smash.
Fortunately, it didn't kill. We're seeing Eddie make some adjustments from his first match.
That's always scary when you up B and you don't sweet spot the leg. You have to you're kind of at the whim of your opponent.
Now, can Peach and Daisy, can they sweet spot the ledge from behind with their parasols in this game?
No, actually, if they're facing away from the ledge, they can't grab it at all.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
That actually happened to me in one of my tournament matches. Yeah, I had some nerves. Ended up missing the ledge, but it's fine. New game, new tournament life.
Yeah, no character is perfect. For Jigglypuff, if her shield gets popped, that's it.
That's it. That's a stop.
Even at 0. Right now, Cilvanis making some adjustments, and now once again he has the lead, but it's not a strong lead.
Yeah.
We could see Eddie come back from this.
Eddie G gets the Mr. Saturn from the down B.
It's going to be very interesting. Let's see how he utilizes it.
That was a good confirm off of the Mr. Saturn.
2 Mr. Saturn.
Another
Did you
one.
See that?
Wow. I actually don't know the percentage on pulling a Mr. Saturn or a Bob-omb.
Neither
but
do I. But I did see a Peach player earlier get a bomb.
Yeah.
So maybe the rate's been increased.
Nice neutral. It's not an option that people really use because it has a ton of recovery if you whiff. But if you can get the read, it's always good to go for it.
I'm noticing some very, very good spacing with Cilvanis, and I think it's Palutena's side B, the exploding, whatever that is.
Exploding flame.
Some very good spacing with that.
Yeah. And we see the sniper shot with the turnip for the Gimp. And already Eddie G's up 1 stock.
He's made some significant adjustments.
Ah, there it is.
There it is. Good spacing with that side B. We're seeing some really good spacing, some empty short hops from Eddie G just to pressure Cilvanis and see how he's going to react and condition it.
A lot of great movement. Peach is so tricky because she's nice and floaty. When she short hops, she can kind of bob and weave. Nice recovery.
Right, and Eddie G had a comfortable lead at the moment. He's made some significant adjustments. It looks like game 2 could be his. We'll see what kind of adjustments Cilvanis may make. He has a very aggressive Palutena.
Alright, nice short hop back air.
Interesting question him for holding on to the ledge a little bit too long. Peach and Daisy do have that unique float mechanic, which makes it very good. We see him utilizing it right there along with the turnip to some great spacing and a great punish right there. Just one back throw, and that could be it for Cilvanis.
Nice parry by Cilvanis.
There it is,
back
the back
throw.
throw, just like I mentioned. And Eddie taking the game. It's now 1-1. Fantastic adaptations from Eddie. And I think it was a great decision to make that character switch.
I agree. I think the use of the turnips to, put a little bit more pressure from a distance is really good for Eddie G. Something that Cilvanis could have done maybe was... Actually, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what Palutena can do.
I think that he was a little bit too aggressive.
Yeah.
I think it helped him game 1, but he got punished quite a bit for overdoing it. Palutena is a character who could be aggressive, but overextending is very dangerous because she's so light.
You know what I don't recall seeing from Cilvanis at all during that match was auto reticle. Palutena's neutral beat.
Not once.
He used explosive flame quite a bit, but I didn't see any zoning of the neutral beat.
That's right. He's playing purely aggressively, and while that's useful, he needs to mix up his play style to really take advantage of a player like Eddie, who's very experienced.
Yeah, we'll have to see if he balances out his game plan a little bit with some more zoning. I think auto. There it is.
There it is. Finally.
There we go.
Maybe you heard us, the
Yeah.
commentator's curse. Right now, Cilvanis having a pretty comfortable lead at the moment, playing aggressively. We are seeing a little bit more zoning from him.
Oh, wow.
That was very bold.
And Cilvanis getting that stock off the trade.
I'm really impressed. I guess maybe they must have reworked Palutena to be an aggressive zoner.
Yeah, she's very impressive.
She's a monster.
You see that short hop neutral air coming out a lot because it's very active. It hits a ton of times. Great shield pressure.
Yeah,
That said, Peach and Daisy have the short hop down air, which functions almost the same way. You have to place it a little bit differently because it only hits under her, but it's the same thing with that move.
Absolutely agree. These are the waifu wars, Daisy versus Palutena.
Oh, nice forward air from Eddie G.
All right now Eddie G at a mild disadvantage. Cilvanis does have the lead, but he could bring it back. Very good spacing for the explosive flame.
There's the auto reticle. As good as explosive flame is for edge guarding, I like auto reticle's speed a little bit more.
I actually agree. I do prefer it. It might be just a player preference. Maybe that's why Cilvanis uses side B so much. But I would use both even as a mix-up option to see which one my opponent may expect.
All right, now
But he just prefers to play it very aggressively, and it's paying off for him.
Now we see Cilvanis on game point.
Eddie playing aggressively himself, but not really being able to get the most out of his punishes. And Cilvanis playing very carefully, aggressively, but carefully.
Eddie wants to get this stock while taking as little damage as possible. There's the auto reticle. We're starting to see a little bit more zoning. Safe play from Cilvanis.
Using his turnips and using the float to just kind of poke and prod. I think that's very smart. And Palutena isn't that fast, so she doesn't really have too many options to deal with the float. But he can just poke and prod, get stray hits here and there just like that. He could make it.
That was a great read on that teleport from Eddie G.
The only concern is if Eddie G gets too aggressive and overextends. Oh, there we go.
That was nice.
All right.
We got ourselves a game now. Game point for both players.
And so he could bring it back. Oh.
That was amazing. Z dropped the turnip, neutral air, picked the turnip back up.
And we're seeing both players be very aggressive, but we're seeing Eddie really using the float mechanic to extend his combos without overextending them, getting the most out of it. And Palutena really doesn't have an answer for that. I want to see him use float a little bit more. It's very useful. He's being a very technical character, but at the same time, very rewarding for the practice that you put into it. Cilvanis playing a little bit too aggressively, got punished by that side B. Oh, but that was a very bold move. That worked twice, and he got it.
That was a really good read on the neutral get up there. Eddie G just let that one slip out of his hands. He almost pulled it through after getting